been on TikTok for the last 6 years making stock trading and investing for beginner videos for free, by the way. And in that time, I've gotten 3 death threats. But why? What did I do? I'm a nice guy. The first 2 came in January of 2021. Now, what was happening back then? Wall Street Bets, Reddit, GameStop, and that whole short squeeze where it was retail investors versus the hedge funds, and retail thought they were going to destroy all the hedge funds and take down Wall Street. And at the time, TikTok didn't really have a lot of people talking about investing and trading in stocks. So I was really early days. I had about 30,000 followers. Now I have 430,000 followers. Back then I had 30,000. And because there weren't a lot of people talking about this, when this thing sort of swept the internet, people were looking for someone to teach them. Hey, can you explain what this is? Can you make... So I made 2 videos. I made a video explaining what was going on, and then a follow-up video. And overnight, my account went literally overnight from 30,000 to 100,000. And then the next day, I got another 30,000 followers. So I was, of course, like a little bit freaked out and on edge, like, oh my God, the 130,000 followers in the day, 2 days really freaked me out. But I also understood that I was in a unique position because I really set up my account to be like, I'm not like the other finance bros. And I was like, look, I don't charge for anything. I don't have a course. I have one now, but it's free. I don't have templates. I have them now, but they're also free. I have guides, free. Everything is free. But back then I was also positioning myself as like, I'm not like someone who's going to sell you a course. I'm not going to do that. And I have kept my word. Anyway, there were these 19-year-old kids doing these deep dive videos on YouTube saying basically that GameStop could hit $500,000 a share or $1 million a share, and you could become a millionaire on this stock. And of course, I don't think they even believed it. I think they were just trying to convince people to hold onto their shares so they could dump the stock and screw over their own followers. They didn't care about their followers. So I made a video, and I said, look, I can't give anyone financial advice, but you have us versus them, and there's this battle going on. But here I am going like, hey, excuse me, to you in the middle. If you have medical bills, student loans, debt, a mortgage, rent, any sort of financial problems, and you purchased a lot of this stock when it was 19, 20 bucks, and it's $200, $300, $400 now, I cannot give you financial advice. But if it was me, I would be taking at least some of that profit off of the table and paying off my bills. And of course, that makes me villain number 1, because that is exactly what Wall Street was telling people. Sell the stock, don't hold the stock. And what retail wanted was for a short squeeze to happen, which would, in effect, really, really hurt the hedge funds. So then you have me coming out saying, not exactly sell your shares, but if you have some profit, you might consider taking some of that profit and letting the rest run. Who knows where this thing could go? But my gut feeling was, because I'd seen it before, this thing is going to skyrocket and then dump. And you don't want to be left holding the bag because some 19-year-old said it was going to go to $1 million a share. And that made me the villain. I got 2 death threats, and they were not like, vague, like I hope something bad happens to you. They were very specific. And you have to understand the system, right? Like, everything is more expensive. Wages have not gone up. Rent is skyrocketing. Everything is expensive. People are struggling. People are having a hard time getting by. Who is causing all these problems? Oh, it's capitalism. It's corporations. It's Wall Street. And then you have me saying, hey, be careful here. And it immediately vilifies me as this guy isn't trying to be logical. And he's not saying, hey, everyone, take a deep breath. This is super risky. He's on the side of Wall Street. He's a Wall Street suit. And so I got two threats from that. And I wasn't worried. I wasn't like losing sleep. Like, oh no, user 12345 is going to show up at my house. It really just kind of made me sad that you have all these keyboard warriors who probably live in like their parents' basement and are very angry at the system. And their logical, thought process is, I'm going to threaten this guy. It's kind of sad, really, more than anything. The third threat that I got was, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago from someone who I didn't really understand his message, to be honest with you. I mean, the threat part was very clear, But why he was writing me was unclear. Either he thought I was a scammer, or he thought that like I just hate the whole finance space and everyone in it. And hey, there's someone. But again, like, you know, as I've always done on this channel, I try to cool everyone down. I try to be the guy to say, like, look, you cannot like this thing, which is Wall Street and the stock market. And you can understand all the corruption and how evil it is in a lot of ways. But it's also a super, super necessity. And if you ever want to be able to retire, it's super important that you have some investments. So not cool. Wish it didn't happen. Can understand why it probably does happen. You know, what are you going to do about it, right? Report them, move on.